Welcome to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. The pod with a dope squad, talking about life, all straight with no chaser. Thanks for clicking that play button. Take a shot and join your host, Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl, also known as Rob, Mike, and Dunia.
We're back.
My ice is on point this time, guys. Remember I said I was coming better the next week. We're back.
Yeah.
Episode. Do you want to say it in Spanish? Tequila.
25. 25.
Yes.
That was a good year.
20. Oh.
A good age.
Oh, age. I was
I suppose too much.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
But that tie into the topic.
It does tie into the topic.
Good birthday for me.
25.
Yeah.
I don't even remember my 25th. I'll have to go through pictures. Because we always have themes, and I forget what theme was what year.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I'm sure it was a good time.
Yeah.
But you have another one coming up next week.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we're going to have to record on Friday.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Because
What's happening Friday? Yeah. Let's record on Friday.
Valerie will be here.
Oh.
We might have to throw her ass on here.
Yeah.
And Jackie, too.
That's true. Jackie and Valerie will be here. So,
Okay.
so
Damn.
Interview time.
they're gonna have to share mic, the mic.
Or we'll make them duke it out on who wants to be famous.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anyways, happy early birthday. We'll
Thank
talk
you.
about it next Friday.
Happy birthday to
ya.
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Next week.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's that Stevie Wonder version.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know. Well, again.
You were blind to that too.
Oh, no, you had it at the beginning. He just
I mean,
said
yeah,
that.
I know that well.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
only,
She was blinded to them.
That's like
I was-
the best birthday song
I
to
was
me.
playing with my dollhouse and just heard the adults listening to it.
The Stevie Wonder birthday song and the 50 Cent birthday song.
Well, my mother's birthday was this week.
She listened to the 50 Cent birthday.
Y'all see the dance?
Yeah.
I sent y'all the dance video. Yeah, she liked the 50 Cent version.
Yeah.
And she's so prude. I don't even know how she is. I ain't into having sex or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Mom, sure.
She know the lyrics. She liked the song.
Yeah. And she was twerking in her twerking, whatever that was. I won't post it though because she would get very angry.
Yeah.
How was everybody's week?
My week was good. My week was good. Ended well, started well, ended well. I went to the doctor Monday. Didn't work.
That's a start well?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
can go to work.
Yeah, it was well. I did some tests and I passed the test. So, you know,
Amen.
me try to be an overachiever. Told them bring it, just bring it.
Amen for passing tests.
And then at the end of the week, Thursday, we did like some yard cleanup stuff. So I did physical labor with the guys, like the leadership team. We were cleaning up, picking up trash, moving tires and stuff. So in the hot sun. It was fun though.
I was gonna say I would have
Yeah.
did that in the winter. I'll show you how I'm a team player in the winter. It's 104 degrees out here.
It was fun.
Well, it's 95, but feels like 100.
Well, my
is
car's
what-
at 104.
I know.
I got it all week.
I always was confused about that when they said it's 95 but feels like 104. Then it's 104. What do you mean feels like 104?
It's the
I never
humidity.
got that.
So
Yeah.
let's see, yeah.
And I needed some software I've been trying to get for this project that I'm working on, and finally got it installed Friday. So I'm excited.
Is it
about
for
that.
OnlyFans or something?
Nah.
That's the come up now.
Yeah.
I was just talking about it with my friend. She was like, I'm about to start taking videos of my feet.
I was about to
with
say.
whipped cream.
I was about to say that. Are males?
Yeah, everybody.
We can do it too.
Everybody
I
has
can do that.
OnlyFans.
Oh hell yeah! I got a market for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the podcast doesn't work out. How was your week?
My week, stressful. Just moaning and moaning and moaning and having to be a psychiatrist.
Well, moaning isn't always bad.
Well, okay. I meant being and moaning, like, you know what I mean? The be and moaning. you have to do what you do at the end of the day and try to be positive, but I'm not around so many people that are always positive, and I try to be, so it's just hard.
Uplifting,
on that.
team building, just not
Yeah.
outside in the sun with 104 degrees. But the AC at the office went out, so it might have been 104.
That
in the
too.
office.
Radio.
That too.
That do the right. Y'all had to do the right thing.
Oh my god.
Moment.
Okay. Again, that's taking me. I wasn't even supposed to be watching that. I don't think.
That did happen, and I was saying to myself, I'm not trying to get burnt up in this warehouse again.
Oh
so,
boy.
I
might have to take a leave of absence.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. They got it turned back on the
Dude,
same day.
last week you said you're the director of operations.
Can you direct us to a new warehouse?
Yeah, maybe not. Direct them to a new warehouse, and while you're doing that, set up remote access where you can work from home. There's no reason for you that you can't do your job.
You will have to talk
At
to my
home.
superior officers.
Yeah. You're the director.
But they like to see my smiling.
Throw it on the table.
They like to see my smiling face, even though I'm still wearing a mask. So.
No, y'all should have remote access where you can.
We
Work at home by
could
yourself.
We
because I did it
could.
one
I
time.
mean,
Do you remember
yeah.
I did it one
Yeah.
time from
We
home? But-
You did it from a plane one time
Yeah.
before we took off.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, technically we could, but that's just old school rule.
Shining
The thing is-
faces
Yeah.
everywhere.
You get
As a matter of fact, I just told somebody today, she was asking me something, and I said, to be honest with you, I don't really have direct contact, quote unquote, with a lot of people anymore. I'm usually dealing with them on the phone, Zoom, whatever.
This is a pandemic
I'm in
going
my
on.
own.
We're about to go through
my own-
pandemic 2.0
Right.
now.
I'm in my own office, my own space.
Yeah.
Technically, I could be at home with multiple computers, looking at 20 different people,
Yeah.
and be,
Yeah.
In your pajama pants with a nice shirt on.
or just why would I wear that? I could
no
just
pants.
wear underwear.
No
Oh,
pants.
yeah.
Just a
Well,
nice-
I always see you in your pajamas.
a bow tie and no pants.
What was that dude's name? Student, the one that was
Doing the
Jack-
I don't remember his name.
he was touching the flower.
Yeah. Doing the devil's work.
Stupid ass. What an idiot. Oh my god, never. Because I wear shoes at the house, so imagine I would never do that. Just in case the camera fell. I would never. Not gonna catch me like that.
Shoes, huh? You need your shoes on for it? You said
Everything.
shoes.
Oh, I'm gonna be dressed in knives, and the camera falls on me like, damn, Rob, those Gucci's in the house.
No, I make a difference though, bro. It really changed the morale about work.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't work at home as much as I used to, but like Monday, I said I was off, but I really worked from home until and I get a lot done when I work from home.
Well,
Yeah.
for sure.
My week was busy as per usual, doing my 19 jobs of mine and 19 of the girl that's still out.
Oh yeah.
That's about it. Same next week.
Yeah.
I don't know when she's coming back. Been getting ready for Rob's party. That's on Saturday. Getting all the final touches done because there's some surprises that he doesn't know about. It's hard to surprise when you do it at the house and live with someone. But I'm getting her done. And then tomorrow I'm going to girls' brunch.
Yeah.
Rob gets to sleep in and snooze and eat Indian food or Persian or whatever. So I'm going to go turn up before the Delta takes away brunch again.
You're at 80% now.
Well, that shit ain't taking Texas. We got Abbott. You know, he say fuck it.
Right, I said what I said though.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Abbott say suit me. We ain't shutting down.
Okay.
You better not even you better not. He coming at you if you shut your business down because of COVID.
Okay.
He gonna sue you for shutting down.
Okay.
He's a motherfucker.
Maybe he's trying to get some of those bionic legs. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know. Anyways, what is our topic?
Our topic is...
It's a long one, guys. Yeah. It's a long one, but when you listen to it, you'll get it.
Yeah, it's oxymoron. It's I used to walk 10 miles to school in the snow, barefoot. I just put that in there. With my pager while eating kale chips.
So, the topic basically is generations. Mm-hmm. And so we kind of put it all together with what these generations have been doing. You'll get it when you see the picture. Whatever. So first, before we even get started, I put it down because I think people get confused with what generation is called what.
Yeah. How many generations is it?
Well, the ones that are alive, I put down. I don't know. I mean,
oh, God.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That was morbid.
Well, because my mom had asked me, I had asked her a question, and she said, well, what's my mom's generation? I had to look it up because I didn't put that down.
She's the silent
generation. Yeah. So
you have 7 generations.
Yeah.
But I came up with 9 generations. But
9?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna throw you back.
That's weird being in the middle and all. Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm actually in the middle.
Yeah. So baby boomers is considered from year 1946 to 1964.
Yeah.
Gen X is 1965 to 1980. Mm-hmm. Millennials are 1981 to 1996. Gen Z is 1997 to 2015. Apparently this new generation from 2015, I think they came up with this. Did you guys see that? It's called Generation Alpha.
Yeah, 2010 and after.
I had it from 2015 after.
No.
But I don't fucking think so. Alpha?
Generation Alpha.
Alpha. No, we don't just get to start over, and none of y'all are alphas. You don't know shit. So, I refuse.
So
it's not going to happen.
They say the Generation Alpha are the first kids, because they still kids right now, to grow up where most interaction is through devices and stuff. And maybe because they the first with the technology.
Okay, they call them Generation Terminators. They're not alphas. Yeah. Alpha signifies ace boom coom number 1. Yeah. And y'all ain't it. I'm sorry. Your pants too tight. Sorry.
They still see those ones. That's what I was gonna get at with the pants thing. But go ahead.
We can get into that. I'm sorry. But I also wait really quick. There is a new term for us millennials. I say us millennials because that would be me and Rob. Mm-hmm. They call them geriatric millennials because we're at the far end of it.
Cough all off.
It's 1980 to 1985. So I guess we're geriatric millennials. I guess it's because we have some Gen X thoughts and they don't like that, so they had to take us out of the millennial group.
Man,
I don't know.
I wish.
It's Xennials, the one that I found.
What's Xennials?
The one you just called the...
Geriatric?
Yes, Xennials.
Okay, I like that better. That sounds sexier. It sounds like a Marvel. Okay, we're Xennials.
It's from 1977 to 1983.
Okay. That works.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be an Xennial.
And then, one other one is right after the boomers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know why.
Okay.
From 1955 to 1965, my sister would be one. Generation Jones.
They was Jonesing at that time, or what?
Yeah. So when I did the research, the first list that I found, it had the baby boomers, Generation Jones, Generation X, Xennials, Millennials, the Generation Z, and then the Alpha.
Here's my question. Why weren't millennials called Generation Y? Does anybody know? Well, because it was X, and then it just went to Z, and we got called millennials.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's cooler. I don't know.
Because I feel like I would be a Generation Y, because I'm going to ask you why about a lot of shit. So, I'm not going to just go with the flow. I need to know why. So, I don't know.
And then you had the greatest generation.
Which is that?
That was my grandfather, 1901 to 1924. And then it hit the silent And then the baby boomers, blah, 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 blah.
What did they call the 1901? Did they call it something? Or?
The Greatest Generation.
Oh, they call it the Greatest.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what.
That was.
They went through the Great Depression and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of an oxymoron as well, I guess. It wasn't that great, but good job for surviving it.
Well, that's a dope education.
I like them because they used to try to save
I know
money.
we're
They
giving
knew
more
what
history than
they
they want
were
to teach
from,
in schools now.
they knew what a penny was worth.
I'm going to get into that.
There were some
We're going
hustlers.
to get into that.
They were some frugal people.
Frugal.
Yeah. Frugal
They
generation.
knew what a penny was worth, like I said, basically.
The Rockefeller sure did.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys first, and I'll answer mine. Unless you want me to give my interviews first, and then you can answer yours.
Go for what's comfortable.
Okay. So I interviewed some people of different generations. Most of them are millennials because it's such a broad range. Again, we're millennials. Cognac seems to think he's a baby boomer all of a sudden. I don't
No,
know.
I don't. When did I say that?
Well, your thinking is baby boomer most times.
How?
Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
That boy say he a baby.
I never. How? I don't know how, but go ahead.
Okay. So I asked several friends and family members what annoys you about the generation that's older than you and the generation that's younger than you. And a lot of them actually mingled, I think, because most are millennials. We all think, I think as millennials, we all think of the older generation as boomers.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even think of X because
Bye, boomer.
I feel like X is still with the program.
Isn't
You know
that
what I
a term,
mean? Like we're
bye,
kind of all
boomer?
still with the program. Most X's, I think. And then Generation Z and Generation Terminator are kind of together. I'm not going to call them. No, I refuse. I'm not even going to say it again. So one friend said this, and I can literally go down the list. The older generation is their unwillingness to change their perspective and get with the times. They think that, I'm just going to kind of conglomerate them. They think that we're lazy because we can't buy $20 houses or just be a doctor from on-the-job training, which is true because it was a different time. So, houses don't cost what they cost. Shit doesn't cost what they cost. I agree. Lack of open-mindedness. Closed mind, opposed to change even to better themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Not understanding living conditions are vastly different, financially, milestone-wise. Unwillingness to accept progressive changes. Resistance to self-improvement and acting like mental health isn't real or important. Set in their ways and views and won't accept change. That was kind of the theme. Is that the older generation just won't accept change, even though they came from change. I agree with that.
Well, most of them are like suck it up, Nancy, on the mental health thing because
Because they
especially
walk
World War
10 miles
II.
in the snow.
Well, no, I'm talking about, World War II changed the world on that generation, and most of them went into it at 17, some of them, and the horrors they saw and just everything, and once that was the war to end all wars. So when they came back, the biggest thing was it was the men really didn't even want to deal with. They came back different.
The boomers.
And most of boomer, and most of the women raised the kids. They came back thinking, they had to have a child and so on and so forth, and so the women raised the kids as, no, war's not the way, fighting's not the way, blah, 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 blah. Because the World War II fucked up a lot of people.
Well, that's not the boomers.
And it is, I meant boomers, prior to that too.
Right, but the thing is that
Historically, that's what I'm
life
saying.
changes.
Yeah.
Everything progresses.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of men didn't just shut down. They didn't want to talk about it. They didn't have mental facilities to deal with them.
And a lot of those men didn't live.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm getting. They just didn't have the. Back in the day, it wasn't called shell shock or PTSD. Or
right, but you're still talking about World War II. But it's not just World War II. It's people that weren't in it.
Yeah.
That are just set in their ways.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm this age. I'm not going to change.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's not how life works.
Yeah. Because I don't think about World War II.
Well, they try to
thinking about that question. I don't mean to cut you off. I think about Vietnam because I interact with more people. I had uncles that went to Vietnam and stuff like that. World War II, or
there was more of a cause towards World War II versus Vietnam.
Yeah, but I never really interacted with anybody that.
But when you're talking about the older generation, you're talking about the older generation for you.
They shut everybody
is your
up.
parents. The older generation for me is my parents. Neither your parents were in that war.
No, I know, but they were raised by people that were involved in that situation. That's what I'm saying. Where my grandfather was very cut off from them, like she said in the previous episode.
Yeah, but your mom
and my grandmother was the hardest.
But what you're saying, but your mom, it wasn't with you guys. She was never a hard ass. She changed. No, she wanted to be different.
Yeah, definitely. No, right. She always wanted to, be a good parent in a different way,
in a loving, emotional way.
Yeah, she always wanted to be with her kids.
But she's also set in her ways, which is what
because she didn't have that though. You see what I'm saying? Like my grandfather was very standoffish.
Right. So she made a change.
Yeah.
But now it's changing again. Yeah. Is she going with that change? That is what people are saying.
But the fun thing about me personally, I'll put it out there. That's the weird thing about me is I have my mother's heart to try to be fair and nice and whatever I can do to people. But then my dad, on the other hand, is, I'm saying generational speaking. That's what I'm saying. If we're going with that. I have his stern personality.
What annoys you about the generation before?
Oh, the millennials, tight pants.
That's not millennials. Oh. The generation before you. The generation, your parents' age. What annoys you about them?
What annoys me about them? Yeah, I guess their stubbornness, their hard-headedness as far as like...
So you agree?
Yeah, they still treat me like
I'm 8 years old. Not specifically your parents. We're talking about that generation.
In general, yeah, the generation, yeah. Sorry. They look down at you like you don't know no better.
Yeah. I will say that my mom is obviously that generation. She said something positive about the older generation. She said that, and she's speaking from her experience, she said that they were just happy to not be slaves and to live and acquire something in life. Which kind of made me choke up a little bit because that's my grandmother, and you know what I mean. So I think, which we'll get into, Gen Z and being appreciative. They were much more appreciative back then. It's sad that they had to be appreciative because of that reason, but I thought that was a positive thing she said. She didn't really give me an annoyance, per se. What annoys you about the generation older than you?
That's a tough question. It's not so, because where I am right now, to answer that question is, and it's kind of unfair to them because of their ages right now, they really not as independent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm in a situation where they're more codependent than anything.
On you?
Yeah, and I don't see that as right now I sort of kind of see it as a negative, but they haven't always been like that. So to say what annoys me the most about them is the desire to fight, and to, when I say fight, to try to push themselves beyond the limit, chase dreams. I come from a big family, and I can count on one hand my grandfather had 19 kids, and I'm kind of on one hand talking about my uncles and aunts. And I don't want to, from what I know, from my opinion, maybe 2 or 3 of them chase their dreams or whatever, and everybody else just settled. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, because they
complacent
because they're happy we ain't slaves, just get enough to take care of ourselves and our families and all that other stuff.
No.
It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But they were very supportive, like my brother, my sister, myself, anybody that tried to chase a dream and finish school, go to college and stuff like that. They rewarded that, they applauded that, but in their own personal lives, they gave up for whatever reason.
They were just happy with whatever.
Yeah. And like we got this. Don't say, don't say nothing. Don't put no light on.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to come take it. Everything wasn't guaranteed, so we just gonna sit in this corner and be quiet.
Yeah, I get it. You have to think in that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think generations for different races are different here in America. So I mean, I get it. I thought that was nice.
And then in accordance with your list, they not willing to change.
Yeah.
So their unwillingness to change, it always causes conflict
With the change.
with the younger generation.
Yeah.
That's trying to push the needle. You know what I'm saying? And trying to get a little
Keep going
more.
forward.
Let's get out this box. You know what I'm saying? It's a big world out there, and a lot of times we are worst enemies. But you can't, I can't tell my mom that. I can tell her, and I do all day, but she just look at me like I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But what's crazy about that is, though, you're not willing to change, but you like TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
The TV changed. You have a cell phone now, right?
Got a whole laptop.
You're using that,
and
right?
I just play South
Yeah, I'm
Shore.
just like, well, I was talking specifically about your. I'm saying just in general.
Yeah.
You accept all these great changes like running water and electricity and vacations and things.
I don't even know why I need running water.
Yeah, but you don't want to accept the change that made that.
Yeah.
It rains here a lot.
Part of those changes that you like are science related.
Yeah.
But fuck a science if you don't want to listen to science. If you pick and choose. So, I mean, I agree with that. There was one person that said that they have a lack of accountability.
The older generation?
Yes.
Accountability.
I don't see that.
I think what she meant, just because I know her, I think what she means is if they fucked up parenting or fucked up financial wise or fucked up on something that they don't want to take any type of responsibility, which is something that other people say is that, the older generation is what messed up our economics. Our economics are structured this way. We didn't structure it this way. Our generation.
Yeah.
Y'all did. Like the student loans and all, that wasn't a thing in their time frame, but it is for ours. But it's like, they're just so lazy. They didn't want to go to school, but you know how much it costs? They didn't deal with those things like we have to. Because if I didn't have student loans, I'd be the most phenomenal fucking doctor.
My brother,
ever,
my brother, he would be a career student because he just go to school
and learn. Yeah,
he would.
I know.
Yeah.
That I was gonna say there's people like
there's
that.
There's a lot
too,
of brilliant people that
I just
can't
had somebody
afford
tell
to
me
give
today
their
that-
brilliance to the world. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I had somebody tell me that when I was done with the interview when he said he was a career student or was a career student for a while, and I was like,
and we all
and what
should
you
be.
doing now?
Yeah, we all should be, but I'm talking about literally going to the school, the university, student. You know what I'm saying? We all students.
See,
in
I
life.
believe-
Yeah, but we had a friend like that. And it was like, right, so you're just not going to work?
Yeah.
yeah.
My brother don't work. But
Yeah, if you can work and go to school. But there's some people that don't want to work.
Yeah.
And just go to school forever.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. But I learned more in being in certain trades. Let's just put it that way. In certain jobs.
Vocation.
Then if you take heed on somebody that's attach yourself to somebody who's been there a long time, even if they're a dick. Just attach yourself to somebody that they know the business and they know what they're talking about and know.
But even vocational schools cost money.
Yeah, they
Why?
cost.
No, but I'm talking about just in general.
If you
lucky,
get
a job,
if someone takes
if you
you
get a
in
job
with no
in general,
experience,
Yeah.
But that's we kind of talked about that before.
Yeah.
Most people want you to have experience.
Yeah.
Or the education.
Yeah.
Both cost money.
Yeah.
I don't care, like I said, what job you do. I'm telling you, attach yourself to the person that's the manager. I don't care if if they're a complete ass, then yeah, obviously you might have to leave that job and go to somewhere else. But you're going to find that one person that's going to want to mentor you.
Hopefully.
Well,
Yeah.
they're going to want
And it may not be that man.
They're going to want to mentor you because most people, in my opinion, have pride in their jobs, especially moving up.
Yeah.
So when you're on, and I can only speak for myself, if I'm on top of the game, I'm going to express to you, hey, this is how I thought this through, and this is how usually successful, and so on and so forth. Now you take it as you is, or whatever. That's just my personal opinion. Like if I'm going,
How was your experience?
That's my point. I leached on to chefs, the person I had to go to, as a dishwasher, let's say. You know what I mean? So, and I leached on to him, and he taught me more than I ever learned at school. So, that's just my opinion.
But that was a lucky, good experience for you. That's not the experience.
Yeah, no, but I worked at multiple restaurants where they didn't want to even deal with
I know.
me. Yeah.
Which is why I say that's a lucky experience that you had.
True.
Some people don't get that luck.
They only hired me because they thought I was Italian. So
I thought you were Italian.
In most cases, who the audience that we're all talking to, and I say I'm part of the audience. Number one, if you personally gotta have an ambition and a goal. You know what I'm saying? To
go that far.
To get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people come to work and that's all they want to do. Just come to work, do whatever they got to do,
do whatever, and go home.
Yeah.
And that that's one of the generations.
Most people working in a restaurant aren't trying to be a top chef.
Yeah, they ain't trying to run it.
I was.
Yeah, you were. That's
what we're saying.
Yeah.
We a different group of people.
Like I attach myself to smart people at Starbucks.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to be a Starbucks
General
coffee.
Yeah.
It was never my lifelong goal. But I learned a lot of shit, and I was top of my game.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just my work ethic.
Yeah.
It also has to do with work ethic, which we'll have to get into with the younger generation.
Because I was at lunch this week with a coworker, and he was talking about this guy he know that need a job.
Yeah.
And I introduced him to one of my ex coworkers that y'all know cut down trees, and do the trees and stuff. And he was like, I think I'm gonna call up the tree guy and see if he can get this guy on. I'm like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't know him. He just did a job for you. I introduced you to him, and I know him because he used to work with him. You know what I'm saying? And this is work out here. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because this guy got a heart of gold, and he want to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? This restaurant where you ain't gotta help one to sign on it. You know what I'm saying? If you want a job, you can go get a job. It's jobs out there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
People want shit handed to them.
I say because I remember being unemployed, and I don't wish it on anybody, but when I was unemployed, unemployment was a job. To find a job. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't matter what job, because cream rise to the top. That's how I think. You know what I'm saying? If I got to start at the bottom, I'll start at the bottom and work my way up eventually. Or find something else. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to work, you can go to work. Yeah.
I know two boomers that always work their ass off. And I had a friend that he thought he was better than that. And I guess it'd be my generation, technically.
Yes.
He thought he was better than that. And they would ask me, well, he can go work at McDonald's or he can go work at the gas station. I think the reason, technically, is because he was living off the good times. Let's just put it that way. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I ain't no slave. I ain't going to work at no McDonald's. But he had no experience whatsoever in anything. Never worked.
But thought he was smarter than everyone.
Thought he was smarter than everybody. Thought he was going to be a professional boxer at one point. I whooped the hell out of him just to show him that wasn't going to happen. Long story short, basically, I think it was convenience for him not to work. That he didn't have to.
I mean, there's fuck ups in every generation.
Yeah, every generation.
For sure.
Yeah.
And there's narcissists. And narcissism is a mental health thing. And entitlement.
Yeah.
That's been around since biblical times.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I was supporting this cat, basically, at the end of the day.
Man, I get anybody a job if I can. But you got to show me that you want a job.
You want a job. Yeah, that's a thing for us. We're a family-owned business, so I can get you a job. But
yesterday,
if I don't think that you work, or I know your track record of working, it's not gonna fucking happen. Why do I want to deal with that headache?
And yesterday I came to the office and I was like 26 minutes late, I think exactly. And I walked in and I go, I'm sorry, I'm late. She was like, what the fuck? Do you care?
But you still should have that mentality,
right?
Though you should have that mentality. But
and I was telling her why I was late and stuff, and she's like, "Really, really?"
It's a blessing to be in a position to help people find employment. But at the end of the day, you are putting your name on them.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to protect your name at all costs.
Well, I felt bad because she was had to get there earlier.
That's my work ethic.
Yeah.
I didn't have to.
Well,
just my work ethic.
Because the situation.
But so I agree with pretty much what everyone said. The older generation, it's just weird to me how they don't want to accept change, but they are a product of changes.
I think that's what it boils down to.
It's
that.
weird.
It does boil down to that.
The world changes.
With the change thing. Yeah.
Sorry, that's just life.
Yeah.
You might not like the changes. You might have liked walking in the snow to school.
Barefoot.
I like the school bus.
I
like the school bus. These younger cats like to be driven.
I didn't like the school bus. I kept getting
I'm
kicked
just
off.
saying, but I like it better than walking in the snow barefoot.
Well, I was so sick of getting my
That's a change.
I was sick of getting my Game Boy taken from me.
Well,
sorry.
That's you just don't like rules.
That's my free time to go to school. Thank you.
You're acting real Generation Terminator right now.
Huh? I'm supposed to do homework in the school bus? I can't have a Game Boy now because you didn't, Humpy. You didn't like my Game Boy because you don't got one for your kid?
Oh my God, well, maybe you need to see a therapist. I didn't realize the Game Boy was
the bus
driver
that much. He used to steal my Game Boy.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
He probably took it to his kid.
So my older generation is the generation, the boomers, and the generation, the boomers. I got two lists because so... Because I got the Joneses on one list and it's throwing me off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about the Joneses. I don't know about them.
Yeah, so that's the boomers. The boomers,
Are the Joneses, right? Trying to keep up with them.
The boomers. My mom fell into that group.
They're the worst.
My aunts, my uncles. Then my grandfather, he fell into the greatest generation. And I remember people my grandfather's age. And, they were just stuck in their ways, like I said, happy that they weren't slaves. Because they, my grandfather barely missed it, slavery. Me and my aunt used to talk about it all the time. Yeah, he barely missed it, being a slave. So, but the family was broke up. Like, my grandfather, Johnny Bass, that's his name, and it was a family called the Williams, and it was Mr. Levi, and he had the brothers. They were identical, right? The Levi brothers and my grandfather, they were brothers. You know what I'm saying? But because of slavery, somehow my grandfather grew up a Bass, and they grew up the way they grew up. It may not be because of slavery. It could have just been somebody was a Rolling Stone. But
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
But you know, the family. What I'm saying, the family structure was really, really broken up. You know what I'm saying? And coming up back then, you just had to get what you can get and
do what you had to do.
Do what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your community, because back then you had they talk about the black community and all these different communities. Back then, that's when you really had black communities. You really had the other communities or whatever. We have them now, but not as stringent as they were back then.
They also had no choice.
Yeah, you had no choice.
There was no intermingling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
there's multiple.
But you had to do back then. You didn't want to bring a lot of attention to the community
at all
from the outside. You know what I'm saying? So
live within your means.
Well,
what they've allowed you to have. Yeah. What?
No, I was gonna say, I just had a conversation about that, with the Jewish community, and it's in the weirdest spot. You drive in one of the weirdest areas, and my grandfather owned a house there, and we sold it to, I think, a Jewish family, and they've literally made it like a Jewish segregated community.
Yeah.
Where they got a big synagogue. It got bigger, by the way. I told you about
I know. And it's surrounded by black people.
It's
minorities.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
that's where my grandfather had to live.
Yeah, and we're in Texas.
Well, he had to live there. Well, we're in Houston.
They had to go where they weren't going to be bothered and were allowed.
Yeah, and where that synagogue wasn't going to be an eyesore. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
It's.
I mean,
there's
there's
struggle.
Ones like that in New York, upstate New York. There's Canada.
Yeah.
I thought about moving there last resort.
That's deep when you talk about the generations.
Yeah.
The communities.
Yeah.
Because we don't. I love diversity.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in no.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. There's one guy always talking about the turkey hut, because he brought up the dress code thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's good. They smart. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I want to go where everybody.
I mean,
goes.
I don't.
You want a dress code? Go to the Jewish community.
I don't want your bikini on the chair while I'm trying to eat a turkey leg. I mean, I don't. I've never been there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
But it's the same. You know who's gonna go there dressed any other kind of way, doing any other.
But that is a change that we are privileged to.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone should welcome that we can commingle and we can see different faces and different colors and different vibes and things. I also am the same way. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I don't want to be my black ass and it's all white people.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to be my black ass and it's all black people. I don't want to be my black ass and it's all Hispanic people or whatever color or whatever.
I need a mixed
race.
bag.
I like the mixed bag.
Yeah.
But some people don't want that.
Yeah.
They're stuck in Boomerville.
Still never went to me with club rhythms.
I had no desire.
I
had no desire. Sorry. They could have been all white people, all
they
Indian
never
people.
ID'd me.
I've seen videos.
I was 14,
I've
5'10",
Yeah.
5'10", beard.
Sorry.
I think I had a beard. But
sorry to that establishment. It was never.
What was the other one? You didn't like the other one.
I know. I've seen current videos. That's what I'm saying.
There,
and I still said I made the right decision to never go there. Yeah.
So, anyways.
In that corner.
I think we talked about that.
There's a liquor store right next door to it.
I know exactly where it is because we lived in the middle of where the Jewish people were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
Damn, what was the name of that liquor store? That boy was a good customer too.
Wasn't it a part of the Sunshine chain?
Huh?
Wasn't it part of the Sunshine?
He might have changed. I mean,
it is West Belford. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the younger generation. The younger generation to us, because we're ex-millennials.
Yeah.
And
Exennials and
Exennials. Sorry,
yeah.
Exennials.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing X's with middle fingers, guys. The best generation, basically. We're Generation Alpha, all sitting here at this table, so you guys can't even take that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay, so I had a lot of different answers, but kind of the same. You guys are annoying the fuck out of us. Okay. So one was entitled with no job and not willing to work, but want to live $1 million lifestyle on a $30,000 budget.
Selling salamanders or whatever they do.
Oh, I have to say, my cousin did say I'd put hers to the side. She goes, the older generation knows everything about everything. The younger generation knows nothing about nothing. I thought that was hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Younger generation.
I must be part of the older generation. I know every fucking thing.
What?
If you know everything, you ain't gonna learn shit. So,
Right.
that's my biggest
Younger
thing.
generation privileged and the I deserve mentality handouts. Disclaimer, I know people older than me that have that mentality still. But yeah, privileged, deserve handouts. Sense of entitlement, lazy, lack of respect, skinny jeans.
Well, I know.
That came from Gangsta.
That came from
So
me.
skinny jeans. Yeah, we'll elaborate. Don't want to work and just want to be Instagram celebrities. Social media controls their lives and they don't even think for themselves. Basic human decency and manners. That there's life outside of the screen. I agree with that. Bravo. And overcome with technology and lack of respect.
Lack of individual communication. I mean, individual personality. You don't have an individual personality. You're taking video of yourself and then you'll edit it until you post it till you think it's
those
right.
are times of changing. I mean,
Well,
it's really no. I mean, I agree with it. What I'm saying is, movies have done that since the dawn of
course.
times.
I mean,
the
yeah,
editing, the
that's
makeup,
But everybody thinks they're fucking movies.
Yeah.
So looking at the date range,
Excuse my language.
because y'all millennials or ex-zennials,
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it on personal. Somebody that I would model was born in 92, 91. So they were following the millennials. So I'm going to go from 1990 up until now for the younger generation. Some of these younger cats. You know what I'm talking about? My nephew, the one that y'all know, he was born in like 91, 92. Something like that. So,
My siblings were 91 and after.
okay, so
Well,
they fall under, yeah.
Well, let me just skip, and then y'all can talk. I'll be done. I'll be
What?
done. I'll be done after this. What's up with that raccoon tail shit them kids were wearing? That generation.
Well, you know, I used to,
Where did that come from?
well,
I don't know.
This, you know,
With the skinny
Fashion
jeans.
is
fashion and style change. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I used to break dance.
I know, but where I don't know where that came from.
He
They-
said he was
they
breakdancing
wore
with
it.
it.
That's nothing new.
Okay.
Nothing they're
Yeah.
doing is new.
The skinny jeans not even new.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
what happened? Where that the tail thing?
It
came?
went away. It was there during his time.
You used
came
to have a
back,
rabbit
and then
foot.
It
it's
did?
gone.
You used to have a rabbit foot.
I had a rabbit
But I'm
foot.
talking about like they used to
That's
wear
just
a tail.
that's a
Yeah.
fashion conversation.
Oh, okay.
We can have a whole fashion.
The last time I saw a tail like that was on Super Mario 3.
I mean, because you can't judge a millennial for the way they dress, because you got some that they dress in their 70s.
I do.
They bring the retro
I do.
style
I'm wearing
back,
bell
yeah.
bottoms right now
Yeah.
and tomorrow. But what I will say though is, the skinny jeans on a man. How are your nuts breathing?
Man, I cannot.
It seems
I was
uncomfortable.
never.
Seems uncomfortable.
I was never. I was never a down the ass show that booty
Yeah,
type
you
wearer.
don't have to do baggy.
But I never.
Some of that shit looks like my leggings. I'm sorry.
I was a jeggings in high school. I
Yes, tequila.
So, when the last time you bought a pair of jeans?
I don't remember.
He doesn't. I do.
Okay. So, I buy a pair of jeans boot cut.
Yeah.
Anybody know boot cuts? That's down there.
So
Bell
let's be
bottom.
baggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skinny jeans. I'm at work, standing up in a meeting. Everybody know we cool. They got bags wearing skinny jeans now. Hold on, bro. These are boot cut.
No, first of all, I agree. What I'm saying is they make them more tailored fit now.
And
there's
stretch.
A difference between
all of them stretch like that.
There's a difference between tighter pants, fitted pants, because he has them too. I get them. I like them better than baggier. Mm-hmm. And leggings. Some of you motherfuckers are wearing leggings. And I know because I wear leggings all the time because jeans are more uncomfortable for me. If jeans are uncomfortable for me and I don't have a dick and balls, they should be very uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, even myself.
That's all I mean.
And you know they do. All you're doing is stereotyping.
He a bigger guy. Carlos.
They have these.
Whatever.
He a bigger guy, and I buy his clothes. He pick the shoes, and make sure the pants skinny. Make sure they skinny jeans.
Mm-mm. Why?
I mean, that's just the way they wear them.
I know, but why?
But his skinny jeans ain't like some kids. You know what I'm saying? But they just want that super taper.
I have never seen him in jeans, so I
I guess they want to show off their shoes. I don't know what it is.
That's when you just tuck the shit in your sock.
And that's what we used to do. We used to do a little. Cuff and fold.
I just have to say it looks uncomfortable to me, and when I see you in skinny jeans, as an adult, I'm not talking.
Did you put a pack of cigarettes
at the pants, at the bottom of the pants?
As an adult, I'm not talking about your child. As an adult woman, a exennial or whatever they call me, I'm looking at you going, your dick is not big. Sorry, it can't be.
But
there's no room.
But this is what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
To overcome the comfort, and you said leggings. That's what they're doing. They got so much of the elastic stuff in the jeans. They comfortable because they call them jeans, but they stretch like these sweatpants I got on. They like super stretch.
I know
and they're supposed to be jeans.
It is 104 degrees.
I have a pair of jeans that stretch like this, so you got nut room. You know what I'm saying? Because they fucking leggings, like you say, and just look like jeans.
I know what you're talking about, but they're still jean leggings, like she said.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Jeggings. Yeah. I can't do it personally.
It's just not my vibe.
How much they stretch.
But I'm not defending them because the shit's stupid, because I like to put a lot of shit in my pocket.
And especially when you're like a big dude, like you're all muscular and shit, all it does is like you look top heavy. You look like a martini glass. Basically.
You look at that.
You got these broad ass shoulders and leggings on, so your legs.
You look like that one. No, there was a cartoon character with blonde hair.
Johnny Bravo?
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. And that's another thing. On top of the skinny jeans, you got to wear a 2 size smaller shirt.
Oh shit!
That's the killer with me.
Oh no! Oh,
the shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because if it's too big, you look like a martini glass. Yeah. And it's crazy. Absolutely. I mean, that's fashion. I really want to have. I would love to have a fashion episode.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
No, I'm talking about absolutely not on those.
I was like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Okay, we can do a fashion thing.
Yeah. And
what's my favorite fashion?
We already know Gucci. We got it last time.
Gucci make all that skinny jeans.
No, they don't. They actually are baggy.
Here's something that, the time frame that you changed it to, 1991 or...
Yeah.
Okay. This is a person from that era.
Yeah.
And they said they're offended by everything. Talking about the younger generation.
Me too.
Well, amen to that. They are. And I'm gonna go to that offensive attitude has trickled up to millennials and the baby boomers, because since we allow them to be offended, and now everybody want to be offended by everything. So I just can't put it on these guys, because now everybody offended by everything. Because most of these Karen videos, they not know millennials.
Yeah. No, that's true. That is true.
Everybody offended.
Yeah.
Everybody feel like they got the right to be offended. And you do.
It's a stone down a big mountain. It's an avalanche.
People were offended by, and I'm just talking in my time frame bracket, people were offended by George Carlin's jokes.
Man, I love that.
People were offended. And that's in our time frame where people weren't offended.
Yeah.
The problem is now is, again, social media.
Yeah.
is whereas I can look at Richard Pryor and be like, I didn't like that fucking joke.
Not at all.
I didn't like that shit at all.
Yeah.
No.
I would have said that at home or to my homies, but the world wouldn't know it. Now the world knows it if you're offended by something.
Yeah.
And I do agree it's been taken too far.
Yeah.
But some shit isn't funny.
Yeah.
Like some shit, like for instance, we were talking the other day, whoever, I don't follow the Olympics like that.
Yeah.
But apparently, whatever the Olympic singer was, some guy was doing the opening singing.
Yeah.
Well, they found out that he was making Holocaust jokes.
Yeah.
Prior. Not that long ago.
Yeah.
But long enough to know.
Yeah.
And they just said, probably not. And they cut him.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't think the Holocaust was ever fucking funny.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not a Jew or someone who came from a survivor and had permission. It's not funny. It never was.
Yeah.
And sorry, certain jobs, you can't have that type of fucking bullshit behind you. Sorry. It's no different than you have a criminal record. You can't get certain jobs.
No, I mean, but then you can. Just whoever you're working for, they get to have a thorough background check.
Yeah.
So if you make it past the background check, that's your bag.
Yeah.
He made it past the background check.
Yeah.
So if he up there singing and he did whatever he did, he passed the background check.
Yeah. So, but I do get it.
Cancel your
I get
background
some shit is not funny.
Yeah.
You know, some shit is not funny. I think comedians have always gotten a pass, and I think they still should. And I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. Make fun of shit that just people don't want to talk about. I get it. But some shit's just not funny.
People that, you know, I don't get into it. You know, I'm a hip hop head, and there's something going on right now with a rapper. I ain't gonna bring this shit up.
Yeah.
But
what was the purpose?
But the thing is, this, and I think it was like uncalled for.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But anybody that used to jam Eazy-E,
the worst,
Luke Skywalker, you know what I'm saying, and you was cool with that. That was your shit. You know, on the cool, y'all need to shut the fuck up. And but the shit, I ain't agreeing with what happened. But you know, it was cool then. Now you got this young guy saying that shit, and y'all mad.
Right, but you were uneducated then.
No, they weren't, because they had people against these people. They were burning their CDs and all that kind of shit back then.
But it wasn't as known.
You know,
social media is known, and
that
you're
shit was
working
known.
with people.
Yeah. But
I know.
Yeah.
I get it. But you know, he made a comment basically about.
He needs to be checked. The shit
Basically,
was wrong about
he made a
line.
comment about his gay fans don't have AIDS.
Yeah. Coochie smelling like water.
Coochie smelling.
Yeah.
It was just
people doing shit in the park.
It was like, and it was out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And he claims he was tired. He worked all day or whatever. But it was, you just said it for no reason. Like why? Like
no, he said it for a reason. Nothing for nothing leads to nothing.
Well, I don't want to speculate.
Had to do something. Somebody did something
like
in that parking lot.
Something that happened. Yeah, but some shit's just stupid because
And I like the little dude.
You're making fun of HIV, making it like a gay-related issue when there are children that have blood transfusions that have it, and
well, my best friend passed, and he was
not gay at all, not at all.
He
Yes,
just
rest in
reckless
peace,
with it.
D.
He just let it hit the table. Whoever got it, got it.
Oh God!
and there
That's that Luke Skywalker Eazy generation. That's what I'm saying. That's what we come up on.
And we know how easy.
And there was.
It's just stupid. It's stupid, and just say my bad. A lot of times, like the over-explaining makes it way worse. Just say my bad.
Yeah, the over-explaining or the lack of explaining, because now you got an ego, and you somebody, so I ain't gonna apologize.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to explain and validate
some
the bullshit.
Shit is just not funny to everybody, and people need to realize that. I get the hyper. You know, I see it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But some shit's just not funny to people, and especially if you're taking money from a certain type of people.
Yep.
That's a job.
That's a job.
So you got to shut the fuck up, say it at home.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. You can't make millions off these people, and then say stupid shit like that.
No.
Those are the consequences.
Yeah, but I think I think it should be people out there who speak out against it, and because it was wrong and out of line. But a lot of people that speak out against it was the same motherfuckers jamming.
But they adapted to change.
Did they?
Well, the
Because some of
world
these
has
motherfuckers
changed.
just like to jump in drama.
Well, yeah, everybody. There's drama. Oh God, no! I can do a whole episode of some people are addicted to drama. Yeah, I literally just would have said my fucking bad. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
I was drunk, high, sleepy as fuck. My bad, and keep it moving.
In between you guys and the listeners, I was hot because I like the guy, and I'm like, man, that's some fucked up shit. Why you do that, somebody? And then I was jamming old school Eazy-E on the way home. I'm like, oh,
right,
oh shit,
right,
you know
right.
So,
but at the same time,
I'm like, did he
your
just
generation, your generation, also the old school Eazy-E talked about hoe girls and hoes doing this, hoes doing that, hoes. She dropped it like it was hot. It's busted open. But now a female is saying, I'm doing those things, but y'all don't want to hear that.
Well, no, we was cool with that.
No.
Yeah, because we had rap a lot. They had this group.
I know. But you have people like Cardi B embracing that shit. Yeah, I do that shit.
Yeah, we was
but
cool
we don't
with that.
like Cardi B.
Oh yeah,
she's terrible for women.
No.
It's crazy to me. It's the pick and choose that pisses me off.
No, I never disliked those girls who
all of us hoes, part-time hoes, was jamming to back that ass up.
Yeah.
Girl, you back it. I mean, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. All of us.
And Sir Mix a lot, big butts.
Yeah, big butts and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But now they're like, yeah, that was me. I'm twerking, twerk. But it's a problem because she's saying it. Because a female's saying it.
And all those groups.
The misogyny needs to go away.
Had the out of the ladies, it was a vice president and his wife, Tipper Gore, Al Gore and Tipper Gore. They had strong campaigns out against that movie, those baby boomers. So a lot of us millennials have picked up that mantle that those baby boomers put down when it comes to. I mean, but like I say, with the social media the way it is, man, best thing to do is then like Chris Brown say. Go on stage. I know you're not a Chris Brown fan.
I don't care what he has to say. I just want to throw that
Go
out there.
perform your show, say thank you, and get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go perform your show, entertain your fans, say thank you, and get the fuck off the stage.
And just accept that some people just don't think something's fucking funny sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times it's just us as a friend group. When somebody says something, I just don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Talking about me?
It's not because I'm offended. No, not just you. Micah said shit. I'd say shit that's probably not funny too, but it's just, the shit ain't funny. So.
Yeah, they throwing a whole shoe at you, right after you said, you know.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
They throw a whole fucking shoe at you right where you say
I don't know. Social media is a gift and a curse, and that's just what it is. Yeah.
I've just been studying this conversation here for a minute, and I believe in, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you shouldn't be able to laugh at other people and joke about other things. And there's just certain things I see that I'm like, we are literally in a clown world sometimes. With certain things I see that I'm like, is this real news? And it happens to be real technical news. So, and I laugh at it, but they're taking it seriously, like real news. Like, do you feel like you're a place or a person? And then study shows this. It's like, if you identify as a place, like, what the hell? I don't know. That's it. So.
That was another thing that you brought up. the same person I brought up about the technically in the generation that
And
you changed it to.
you look like Walgreens to me. No, I'm a
Listen.
Target. I'm a Target.
She said too many gender terms.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And this is younger than, like,
Yeah,
10 years younger almost
Oh,
than
yeah.
us.
I
Too
don't
many
even try to
gender
keep up
terms.
with that shit.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the older generation. I will do my best to respect who you are as a person, like I always have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But there's a celebrity, I'm not going to say her name, she came out as non-binary, and she said that, okay, yeah, we're all learning. Basically, the term is they or them. Okay, so for me, I studied English.
Yeah.
English terminology.
But even Spanish,
Multiple
languages now.
I know. I'm just saying. For me, it's just studying English.
Yeah.
That's just the pronouns that we had. So, but she said, I don't get offended if someone doesn't call me the pronoun that I'm asking. It's just, if you could try. That's all I could do, is try. I'm from a different generation, just like we said. Another older generation, they're like, what the fuck is this? And that is finally what my mom said about the younger generation. She said that they just accept shit regardless.
I mean,
whether they believe it morally, spiritually aligned, they just
Whatever's
go
cool.
along to get along.
whatever floats the boat, I guess.
That's why I'm quiet. That's why I'm quiet and not that social. You ain't got to talk to me, and I ain't got to talk to you.
Yeah.
My stature, the way I call myself, I mean, if you call me a ma'am or her, you probably drunk, and I will excuse that. But I just ain't got to call you shit if I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And we won't have no problems because it's just too much for me to keep up with.
Yeah, it's a lot. I agree with that
Because it don't define you.
Yeah.
It shouldn't define you, right? It shouldn't make or break you. Oh, they call me this, they call me that.
I feel like if you're just a good person, you're able to go to all the generations.
Yeah.
Just be a good person.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be so passionate about something that just doesn't even fucking affect you. Yeah.
Being a parent, and I consider you and Rob parents with the role y'all play in Harper's life. Not saying that Aaron's not, but she got multiple parents, and
That's sweet.
As she grow up and bring friends around, if you can't, my son 14, and me and him will not get along if I can't accept or learn to accept the shit he growing up under. You know what I'm saying? The way they act, the way they think, the things that motivate them. It's not the things that motivate me. All that shit's stupid. You know?
Yeah.
But as a parent and you want them to make the wise decisions and be successful, you got to learn and understand where they coming from, at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then add your perspective.
I agree.
And maybe help them see it another way.
I'm going to talk shit the whole time, though.
Yeah, I'm talking shit, man, but not against them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, man, I don't understand this. This is the way it used to be. And this, I'm not going against you, but this is where I'm coming from. Let's meet. You know what I'm saying? And help me understand, and I can help you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're not willing to do that, you're going to have a chaotic home. There's going to be chaos in your home.
Well, luckily, we do have Harper, but she's not our kid. I'm sure Aaron's going to have to deal with a whole lot of
she's gonna have to,
things. But...
And they're going to be smarter than you.
Yeah.
Because of the times that they're growing up. They grow up fast. They learn a lot quicker.
I do want to say, as far as generational stuff goes, I had posted this years ago. Racism was handled very differently back then.
Racism?
Yeah. So there was a meme that was hilarious to me, and it said, "Dear old racist white people.
Yeah.
I'm not my ancestors. I'm gonna beat your fucking
Yeah.
ass. And I'm gonna end on that.
Yeah. We're gonna beat your fucking ass, and the story, because of social media, the story's gonna be heard. You know, like my T-shirt said, the first dude that punched you had people back then that stood up and fought against that shit, but they water that shit down. Don't want you to know because they don't want that spirit to be everybody. Oh, he did that. He did this to the white person. They don't want that riot or that revolt to come. Oh, we can't kick these motherfuckers' ass. Johnny kicked his ass, and
I had 3 quotes that I wrote down before we do our book. These were quotes, I found these on BuzzFeed. It was a difference between millennials and boomers, basically. One was, it says, shit millennials want to tell boomers. And I just thought it was hilarious. $15 an hour in 2021 isn't the same as 1965. Like you were a fucking billionaire at the time. So please remember that. Just because I know where and how to find the answer or a solution doesn't mean that I think I'm smarter than you.
right.
That's part of the problem. Like, I mean, I think we deal with that. We're okay. So you don't know what this is. I could just look it up really quick.
Yeah.
And it's not, I'm saying I'm smarter than you, but why wouldn't I just look it up?
Do you have that email from 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Sure do.
Sure do.
Use your resources.
Fox News and talk radio did to you what you thought video games would do to me.
That's hilarious.
And the last one, I completely agree with. Mental health is important.
It's important.
It was so taboo back then, and
But don't nobody want to be crazy.
well, because mental health back then was
crazy.
you're crazy and electric shock and all these things. No, mental health is just as important as your physical health, because if your mental ain't right, your physical ain't right. That's just period.
Or why you talking to me about that? Don't talk to me about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit. Go talk to your mama about that.
Yeah.
Go talk to your daddy about that.
Yes.
Nigga, I need to talk to somebody. I need somebody to listen. I need to get this shit off my chest.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it is with mental health. Somebody just needs somebody to listen. Mm-hmm. Listen, to understand, and not to respond.
Respond, or have a bias.
Yeah, just listen.
Thank you, therapists of the world. Times have changed. We ready?
Thank you for our listeners.
Yes, thank you. You guys are listening to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're our therapists too.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so now we're going to go. Man, we can talk about this shit here.
Yeah, we can keep going.
Forever.
We'll do it in a couple.
Because we never talked about the Generation Jones.
Because I don't know what the fuck they are. I need to do my research.
I'm clueless.
We'll come back. Sorry, Generation Jones. We'll hit you up next time.
That's in between the baby boomers and the Generation
I
X.
know what you said, but I don't know what I just boomers.
Yeah. I was like, what's the dude who he had a cold and they ran out they killed themselves? Black dude went to Ghana somewhere. What is his last name? Jones?
Oh, we should have a whole episode about cults. Oh, yeah. Because I watched the whole Scientology thing. And they crazy Jehovah's Witnesses too.
Jim Jones. His name is Jim Jones.
Oh, Jim Jones. Okay.
Was Jim Jones was black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was black.
Yeah. Jim Jones. Yeah.
That wasn't his slave name.
Not Jimmy
we
Jones.
talked about we watched the Waco thing too.
Yeah, Dave, correct.
We can do that. I love those type of conversations. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get on the Waco thing. I was here for it. Every day coming home from school on the news.
No choice.
What they gonna do?
Yeah.
What they gonna do?
So we're gonna go to our segment of the episode where we tell you a little bit about me being Tequila, a little bit about Cognac, and a little bit about the girl. Because, like y'all know, we've challenged ourselves to 3,000 episodes, and we almost there.
I mean, literally, we're
very close.
Quarter of the way there.
Yeah,
Episode 25. I don't know math.
And this is our guide. So I'm gonna open this book and randomly pick a question, and the question is gonna let you know a little bit more about me. 2390, 2,390.
Okay. Oh shoot. Okay, got it. Oh, shit.
Damn. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
What did you do for your 21st birthday? If you're not yet 21, what are you planning to do?
Okay, I remember mine. I was in New York for it. And obviously, I mean, we all know everybody drinks before they're 21. But them New York drinks, that's a whole other...
It was Vegas.
No, we did go to Vegas later.
Yeah.
It was after, though. But, no, we were in New York. And I was, like, drunk. Like, couldn't walk, like, during the day. Like, I had one drink. Do you remember?
I went to an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, and I had a Cosmo, because you had to have a Cosmo because it was Sex and the City time.
God.
It's always Sex and the City time. And I walked out of there, and you have to wear your heels because that's what Carrie Bradshaw said to do.
You remember what hotel we stayed at?
I don't remember.
Marriott.
I don't remember. I remember. I can remember all the visuals, but not the names. I mean, I was 21. That was
Do you remember the bar across?
many moons ago. No.
Bear and the Bull. Okay, go ahead.
Bull and the Bear.
Whatever, Bull and the Bear.
You didn't say it right. Whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, I was sick as shit. I had to buy flats to keep walking around New York, and then came back and we had like a get together with my Starbucks crew. Remember Gangsta and Three Nipple?
Where?
At her apartment.
Oh, yeah. I remember because you have a picture with the Zimas. Not the Zimas, but the Smirnoff apple.
Green apple. That was my shit. I could
yeah.
not drink that right now. And then we went to Vegas, and
Tamari
two of my cousins met us there. And there was one other person there.
I don't know. It was one of their friends or something.
Yeah, was it Val?
No.
It might have been Val.
Was it Valerie?
I think it might have been Val.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'll ask her. She'll be here next week.
Well, she ended up...
That was my 21st. What was yours?
No, but the remember the creeper?
Yeah, well, we talked about it.
We
talked about the creeper, China proposition.
Yeah. My 21st... I was moving back down to Houston. Yeah, so I really didn't have one. I didn't have anything.
So he says I wasn't here, guys.
No.
that's what he had said.
But
he knew all the strip clubs when I did move here. And the Scrippos.
Started at a new job in a hot warehouse.
Yeah. What was your 21st?
My 21st actually happened when I was 16. No. I grew up faster than most. But my 21st, if I'm remembering this one right, a buddy of mine owned a nightclub, and that night, the nightclub belonged to me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it was,
Scarface ass.
No, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it was what it was.
Yeah.
And it was a good time.
And you
because the nightclub had a stage.
Yeah.
No, it was like not a big crowd, just because I don't mess with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I remember being on the stage with my folks around me, and we was turning up.
With Easy E playing?
Probably.
Fat Pat. Fat Pat was there.
No.
Was it here in Houston?
Houston, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were in Arizona.
Yeah. It was in Houston. In Acres-Home. Yeah.
Well,
Antoine Drive.
Happy 21.
Yeah.
We are long past that. We're about to hit the older ones. Somebody is. Actually, both of you.
It's the new 20.
Both of you.
It's the new 20.
Don't worry.
First, I would never go back to.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would never go back to 21. I
just did 30 laps in the pool last night.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Butt naked.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but he did.
Butt naked.
By himself. I was cleaning the house.
Well, she was cleaning the house. Butt naked. 20 laps.
Okay. Good job.
Going under, up, down to the side.
They need you in Tokyo right now with some Speedo.
Right.
As long as I can go butt naked.
He'll do the Winter Swimming Olympics, which does not exist. You You can start it.
My mental health, like you said, has been gone for a while.
That's a private joke.
I know.
The listeners don't know it. Well, some of them do. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week for a 40th birthday celebration with hopefully some special guests.
Excuse me, more. Nobody discussed my
we did.
date of birth.
Totally did.
Yeah.
Totally did. 1981.
Yeah.
8881.
Looks like I gotta go buy a red Porsche, fellas.
Oh, shit, no. And find a new wife.
Make sure it's the Panamera, the hybrid. That mug is clean, bro.
Get on the streets and find those cute girls with those cute girls
You don't have LDE.
those cute girls with sitting at the bus stop that they look cute, but you know they got problems.
Now you sound like a
That's
like a creeper from back in the day.
That's what
Just
they got
go
problems.
get you a knight and a bad bitch.
Yeah.
That you already have.
Oh yeah, yeah. They won't be able to see me. Anyways, yeah.
We'll be back next week. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Love you.
Good night, love you.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends too.
Thanks for the support.
I'm gonna check all phones at his birthday and make sure you're subscribed. By the way.
Yeah. Subscribe for his birthday if you haven't subscribed.
Happy 40th.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
I'm not singing it again. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.